you don't want me on that side of the joke. Like, I'm the worst. Like, I'll always tell a person, you know. Um, but yeah, Elvin and the whole crew. So Halloween Boards was streaming the other day, and I came in maybe 5 minutes into this. Like, I was just a little bit late, and basically, I don't know who started it. Somebody started it. They were like, you know, oh, you're frozen, or like something's wrong, audio not good, whatever. And Ben was like, oh, my audio's not good. Hang on, wait, is something wrong? Is something actually wrong? Everyone in chat immediately, like through osmosis, through the internet, they're like, oh yeah, audio's totally scuffed, dude. We can't hear you. What's going on? Like, what's up? And then he's like, I actually got a couple of more hot swap commissions that came in, all kind of in a row. Oops. So I might actually need to order more sockets. We'll see. So if anyone needs sockets, let me know, and I'll just order like extras, and then we can share the cost if you're interested. Only 4 more hours? Yeah, only 4 more hours. This is good. Listen, Avo, if I'm boring, you gotta give me something better to talk about. Um, gotta keep them wanting more. Oh my gosh. Okay. Here we go. So yeah, so this weekend was pretty good. Man, I was surprised. Friday was so much fun. We did a cable build stream, and it was great. It worked out really great. Really, really well. Plus, we got rated by Garrett, which was so fun. Tons of fun. We had, I think, so I didn't, there, man, and there were, oh, what's going on there? Oh, that's just the other side of the toothpick. There are so many, Quinn, it's so, Once you've got a library of things, I said there are so many, and then I stopped. There's once you've got a library of components and parts and pathways and all of those kinds of things, it's not the end of the world. But getting started into PCB design, if you've never done it, is tricky for sure. There's a lot of things to know. Some of the biggest challenges are actually not in the design, and they are in the sourcing and acquisition of parts. In particular, right now, the acquisition of microcontrollers is a bit of a challenge, just because of their fair number of shortages, and that's the tricky part. So if you go ahead and design for a particular microcontroller, and then you can't get it because of availability, and you have to redesign things, that is not super ideal. Plus, even just figuring out how to get the traces lined up in such a way, like, so for example, you can see how, or maybe you can't, but you know, the traces and whatever else, that's a thing. Yeah. Pokebird says, I want to eventually. Yeah, it's tons of fun. I tried it, and it was much more difficult than I initially thought, which isn't to say it's impossible, but it was more difficult than I initially thought. And then I decided to work with someone else to support in the creation of a PCB. Oh man, I'm so excited. Our initial cut on the industrial CNC was completed, and Joe and I are meeting tomorrow night to look over our first like early stage prototype for the board. So that's very exciting. Very exciting. Gio, is that purple set GMK Black Lotus? Eve, it definitely is. It is 100% Black Lotus on this board. Yep. Yeah, you know, I went in on Black Lotus and I got the Elements mat, and I kind of feel like I kind of wish I had gotten the purple mat, the flower mat. But at the same time, I don't really want to buy a second mat in the same theme. I don't dislike this, but it would be fun if I could find the lotus flower for like cost or whatever. I might pick it up, but I don't want to buy a second mat, especially not aftermarket, you know. I want to make it to Tim says you'll have to send me the proto to build on my breakout Buildstream Evo. You got it. Tim says I want to look into making a solder PCB for the GMMK Pro. I really don't know what to do with mine. I see. But Tim, what? Like, Tim, I'm going to say something. Like, why would you put anything else into the GMMK Pro? Oh, thanks, Wasabi. Cheers. You know, like, Tim, I'm not trying to be like an a-hole about it, but you know what I mean? Like, there's probably better places to put your time and or money like than the GMMK Pro. I don't know. Is that toxic streamer alert? I don't know. For me, I think the biggest, so I do not own or support Glorious. I will just say that I don't own Glorious products. One of the most surprising things to me about the whole Glorious thing is that like the GMMK Pro was supposed to be a board with really good, like it's supposed to be the Q1 basically, and it wasn't, right? I just had mine sitting around. Well, you know what, Tim, that is the way you said that so softly. Yeah. Well, just because like Tim is just like a fantastic person, just like a great guy. I don't want to shit on his parade. But you know, generally speaking, I think the lack of VIA support and the, you know, sort of like community nonsense that they had, that is just very, very dumb and super avoidable. So I'm not sure what the heck they were thinking, but it doesn't feel like that was the way, honestly. Okay. So there's a couple of things, Tim. I mean, because of the position you're in, yeah, like you could always mech market it. You could also give it away. I guess the only challenge with a giveaway is that it also sort of implies some support on your stream, which might not necessarily be what you want to do. If you build a firmware for it, if you don't know how. Yeah, so Ithrak is right. again, it still feels like time invested in that particular product category, iffy investment from a time perspective, you know? So I don't know, but listen, um, I think for me, it kind of goes to the same sort of thinking as, like, there's a few things that fall into what I'm about to say. And not everyone has the means to pay for GMK keycaps, let's say, right? So those PBT alternatives, I'm not saying go buy clones. I'm not supporting clones. I'm like, easy chat, settle. But the GMMK Pro is a known brand to people who are not, like, the Twitch community and the keyboard community, keep in mind, are not the same. Those are on the Venn diagram of keyboard enthusiasts. Those are two circles with some overlap and lots of not overlap, right? Or rather, like, one of them is outside and one of them is like fully encompassed. It's not like they are complete copies of each other. So there are going to definitely be people who would buy a second GMMK Pro or a first GMMK Pro even after everything that's happened, because they don't know who Alex is. Like, you know what I mean? Like, my friends who also have mechanical keyboards, they don't know who Alex is at all. I know who Alex is. I would not support that company. Video earlier with a 40% that had a wacky layout, but there's something out there. Yeah, and Quinn, that's totally true, right? Like, there's different. Yeah, yeah. Boss Quest says I gave my GMMK Pro to a student in my girlfriend's class. Gone to the keyboard hobby during the pandemic, but doesn't have the money as a high school student. Totally a thing, right? Yeah. Probably had to give it as a gift. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there's worse things. So I've also purchased two additional. I've purchased two mode boards so far, and I'm not sure that I would necessarily add a third to the stable. I might check that. Yeah, and I just made. So if Gawk just made a numpad, my life would be complete. Avo, I'm sure you are not alone. I am sure you are not alone. You know, I did pull out the I did pull out the 7V between streams. I do still like it. Like I said, I think I'm gonna have to put I'll have to put on some GMK on there again and get a feel for it. V2 Odin coming out at the end of the month. Oh, sorry, Avo says I just want to type K in a numpad, match it in my 7V. Yeah, 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 and then a Kaze and I'm out. Avo, you know, Fuzzy says Kaze's so lit because that's what Ryan always says. Yes. At the same time, I want a Kaze so bad. I feel like it's going to be such a killer board. I was talking to Lady Dispatch today, and apparently the most appropriate thing to say is if you celebrate, right? Uh, um, and as someone who never celebrated Easter growing up, it was just, unconscious of that, right? But I'll tell you, man, one thing, I had major, major Christmas envy growing up, big time. The board itself is such a complete package, says DR1. Oh man, 100%. Like, like all these mounting options, yada yada yada. It's just a whole thing. Let that smolder for a second. Yes, yeah. Lucky Charm. Eve. That is exactly the cereal I was thinking of. Like 100%. Every time I have Lucky Charms, I'm like, why did I do this to myself? Right? And then I just go back. It's like, oh, Lucky Charms, I could never be mad at you. Like, oh my goodness. Every time. It was Akigami says, yeah, it was a really cool moment. Like, what were the chances of that happening? Yeah, like honestly, right? Like just absolutely ridiculous. How can you stay mad at those marshmallows? Oh my gosh. Agreed. Avo, R2 already in New Zealand? Oh my gosh. Epsi, you're making us all jealous. I'm looking. Feeling good about it. Okay. Yeah. I just eat old people cereal like Honey Bunches of Oats. It's like, is that even old though, Ross? Like, Honey Bunches of Oats be like, kind of like you're growing up in the cereal game, Like, old people would be like dry shredded wheat, like the old school, like a full bundle, like a nest of shredded wheat. Cinnamon toast. Oh my god, cinnamon toast crunch is more sugar than cereal. I'm pretty sure. I'm not judging, just commenting. Waffle Crisp will cut you, but it's so good. Eve, I don't even know what Waffle Crisp is. Some sort of like American cereal. I have no idea. You guys have all kinds of special stuff. Wasabi. What do you think? I'm some kind of psychopath? Where's Insty? I keep a box of Kashi Good Friends on top of my fridge. Yeah, that one I love. Actually, Kashi is pretty good. Oh, 1 second. If I had to prioritize one versus another, I'm just checking. Stepped caps is the way. Stepped caps is the way. Oh, which one is stepped caps? It's the one to the right, right? Further to the right. If you've never seen Good Friends, if you've ever seen Good Friends, then you know I don't know. Cinnamon Toast Crunch was very underwhelming when I tried it. Cinnamon Toast Crunch is so sweet though. Wouldn't you say? I remember it being better though. I think I had it. You can get those like combo packs or whatever, like of like little boxes. Am I making that up? I feel like I had it in there and I was like, oh, I remember this being much tastier when I was little. I might be making that up though. Turn this off. Who here likes what cereal? The old Oreo cereal was bomb, but since they brought it back, it doesn't taste the same. Akigami, that's what I'm saying, right? Like maybe it's just different like that. You know? Oops. You think Waffle Crisp was like an 80s cereal? It could be. I don't know. We didn't have it. We didn't have it up here, I don't think. Or in the 90s, sorry. I don't know. I don't think we had it. Waffle Crisp doesn't sound familiar to me. Mini Wheats. You know what? Avo Mini Wheats is one cereal I think I can eat forever. There's a couple of cereals which I almost never get tired of. One of them is Shreddies, which I mean I've talked about on stream before, and another is Mini Wheats, especially the brown sugar Mini Wheats. I love those. Those are my fave. My fave by a long shot, I would say. Frosted Mini Wheats are great. Get them hops too. Oh my gosh. Now with the flavor honeycomb. See, honeycomb also, we used to get that when I was little, and I wasn't really a fan of honeycomb very much. For me, honeycomb was like, it's kind of like Alpha-Bits, which I also didn't like. Alpha-Bits were not for me. I feel like I'd rather eat Lucky Charms without marshmallows than Alpha-Bits. For me. But yeah, Shreddies Pog. Okay, there you go. There you go. Always ate Mini Wheats before my soccer games. Oh my gosh, Fuzzy, imagine having a gut full of Mini Wheats, then running around the field for like 90 minutes. Just like, what would that do to your insides? I don't even know. I don't even know. Problem with Lucky Charms is that the remaining milk is probably 99% sugar. Yeah, that's probably true. I'm not sure if you're saying if that's a good thing or a bad thing though, DR1. Avo, Avo is like, Avo knows what's up. Oh my gosh. Okay, so Akigami is talking about Cocoa Pebbles. Fruity Pebbles and Apple Jacks are our usual go-to. Apple Jacks is another one where I feel like we had that so rarely when I was younger. But that was also like only a US thing for the longest time, and then finally we got it. So we might have some like weirdo Canadian version, you know, which might taste different. Which just might taste different than the American version. DR1 says, like, I have a sweet tooth, but come on. Ross goes, I used to fill up a bowl of Wheaties and then pour a mountain of sugar on. Yeah, like we used to do that with cornflakes, right? I love the honeycomb so much when my mom brought a new box every month. It tasted different when I was pissed because it tastes worse and stayed that way. Yeah. That's like when they used to change the voice on like cartoon characters that you know. And you're like, wait a minute, that's not so-and-so. What the heck happened? Right? Yeah. But Kellogg Street, their employee. Is that true, Avo? Avo, how do you know? Is that true? Now I'm like second guessing. Like, is everything I know wrong? Why is that? How do you know that? Shreddies is Post, right? Just to make sure I don't have to stop eating Post cereal. Get out! Because they don't want to work 80. Whoa! Yikes! Crazy, crazy, crazy. Eve says, I wonder if there's less sugar in the Canadian version. In the UK, they had less. Oh, really? Well, that could be Eve. I don't know. That's one of the things too. It's like it's hard to know unless you travel and get a chance to try, like different, different foods in different spots. Like like McDonald's tastes different, even just on one side of the border versus the other, which is like kind of hard to imagine, but it's so true. Like Canadian French fries and U.S. French fries are not the same, in my opinion. There was a huge strike with Kellogg's. Whoa, they got their jobs back now. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Yeah, like vitamin water, fully half the sugar over there. Really? Wow, Eve, that is crazy. That's literally every major corporation. Well, I mean, that is a problem too. Which Milmax? These are 3305s, Wino. Avo says, my major corporation is pretty nice to me. Well, that's good. That's good to know. Wasabi says, y'all talking about cereal and I can't have any good ones for the next 6 days. Why, Wasabi? You gonna tell us, or you're gonna like bait us? Juice, that game, we've been on that game for a long time in our house. Like when we have like orange juice, for example, it's like half or three quarters water, just because it's like you get all the idea of it. Like you're like, oh yeah, that's supposed to be orange juice, and then but you don't have to drink all that sugar. It's too sweet actually for the most part. Like we also buy half salt chips, like half salt chips, just because we think they taste better. Okay, Wasabi's getting some chocolate. Peace. Hey, Fishy, how are you? How are you? Sorry, downstairs neighbor, but I'm bringing out the blender at 11 p.m. Get wrecked. Okay. Uh-oh. Ava, is that something you can get in trouble for? Just curious. Eva Astrology says vitamin water zero is still good, but it has erythritol. Oh. So, Eve, I apologize. I don't know what that is. Yo, Misanthropic Drunk, welcome, welcome. I had a noise complaint the other night and the cops came. Oh my god. Well, it depends how noisy you were being, I guess. Might as well go all in at that point and start up the vacuum, says DR1. Oh my gosh. Ava, one time the cops came for a noise complaint on them and they wouldn't answer the door while they were knocking for half an hour. Jeez. It's some kind of sugar alcohol. I don't know, but legally you could say zero sugar and sell like that. Oh, really? Crazy. You were typing? Oh man, that's funny. Stop putting stop putting MX Blues in your keyboards. Hey, if you want serious thump though on your keyboard, go check out Anachronism and see one of their keyboards, because he's got one that actually has like a solenoid in it and it goes like ka-ting, 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 like a pinball machine every time you push a key. It's obnoxious and glorious at the same time. I'm not sure what to tell you. Anachronism. I don't want to touch my keyboard right now, but if someone can give a shout out to Anachronism, go bug him and ask him to bring out that keyboard next time he's streaming. It's fantastic. Plus, there is nothing. Anachronism, Elvin? Do you know N-A-N space? Thank you, Elvin. Perfect. Yeah, I know. Misanthropic knows who it is, but he's got a fantastic collection of really old keyboards. It's quite interesting, actually. And the amount he knows, even just from like a historian perspective, so cool. Like, yeah. Plus, he's Scottish, and no one swears better than Anachronism. I gotta tell you, he just sits there and he's just going, "Oh, it's a fucking crap," or whatever. Like, it's just the best. It's just wonderful. Oh man, Eve, no one can top Anachronism for just rocking out profanity like nothing. It's so good. We had we were listening to some tunes before bed. So I don't know, are you guys playing Hurdle? I know Wordle is like played out. We still play it, whatever. But are you guys playing Hurdle? That is something Lady Dispatch and I have been into Hurdle recently. Definitely, you've tried out Hurdle, yeah. We've been playing Hurdle. We quite like it. And today the Hurdle. So I won't spoil it if you go and try it. The Hurdle today is a song that we both really like. And I knew Lady Dispatch would like it, so I was like, "Oh, you got to do the Hurdle." And then we started listening to it in bed with the boys, and so again, I was going to tell the story, but I just realized that I want to spoil the answer for you. And then we started watching a few other music videos from the artist whose Hurdle it was based on today. It was just so great, just so freaking great. So yeah, I tried out Hurdle the other day. Wordle is a country. Worldle is a country identify version. Oh my gosh, this is like DLE games are everywhere now, right? Hey, we crossed 750 follows. Nice. Just so you guys know, we're giving away Retro Mizu at 800. The PBT Retro Mizu. And Quinn, yeah, no problem. Just hit me up on Discord. You got my info. Wansaz, thank you so much for the follow. Cheers. Yeah, we've got Retro Mizu, we have PBT Fuji, and we have a Blade 60, all to give away at certain milestones coming up in the very near future. Tons of fun. Whoa. Ooh, a Blade 60. Yes, we do. Blade 60, I'm going to give away at 1,000 follows. So But look, listen, if the content's not good, I'm not getting there, right? So it doesn't matter. If the content's not good, no one's getting there. This, I'm kind of happy. I'm pleased with the amount of solder that is not splashing all over the board. So it's really, really clean so far. Not sure if you guys can see this or not, but it's really, really nice. Dang, nice giveaway. Yeah. So, I mean, I'm pretty fortunate. Um, you can see there's a few folks that I'm close with on the stream, affiliated with, right? Desk Hero, who's up on the screen right now. Um, that's a partner of ours. They're really. I'm really hoping to get an affiliate code for them shortly. I talked about that on Friday, right? Yeah. Oh, I see, Quinn. Okay, well, yeah, we could talk. I'll be at the meetup too at the end of the month, so there's always a chance to just be face to face as well. That's actually going to be my first keyboard meetup, so that's going to be interesting. Oh, Elvin. Elvin, you're going to hate me, but I 100% used your limo on a customer cable while I was waiting for the back piece to get replaced. But I've got yours coming in. I've got yours coming. Sag. Wow. 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 Nice. Okay, buddy. Right? Wasabi? Yeah. Yeah. Wasabi, you were in there. You were like OG man on the Discord too, dude. Just like your 7V feet. Oh my gosh. Elvin. Elvin. I don't think Elvin got a shout out. If you guys don't know Elvin, one of the people who keeps me company almost every single day in the morning. A fantastic keyboard streamer, the other day because we had this like week or two. The snow was almost completely melted. We were able to go out in like spring jackets. Just wonderful. Now we're back into it again. Full winter mode. Yes, sir. I'm on Oni right now. I really like him. Super nice, especially with my hacks. I'm depending on whatever. Well, there you go, Quinn. Avo, Quinn needs your sus. Off you go. Someone's talking about something called a pocket dragon at my grandma's today at Easter. It took all my strength not to make a sus joke. Oh my gosh. Depends if it runs in your family, Avo. Like maybe your grandma would have made the joke. Depends, right? Bad form, Quinn. Bad form. I didn't even know you streamed. You going to be selling the AV3 too, hanging on to like that? Oh, I don't actually know. He'll be streaming if you. Well, there you go. Quinn, the best thing you can do is hang out in other streamers' channels, I would say. But more importantly, just be a good member of the community, you know? If you have the opportunity to support other streamers, that's going to make a big difference. If you're looking to get affiliate, well, you got to make sure you support the folks that are coming out, right? If you're just looking to have fun with, you know, some folks just on chat, just like building boards for yourself or whatever, that's a thing. Then you don't have to really worry too much about it. But yeah, for me, it's a really good combination of having the opportunity to build keyboards and then also get to know you guys and then also show off, you know, some cable builds and stuff too, because that's like, I think it's important. I think it's good to see, you know, how stuff actually gets made when you're looking to make a purchase or whatever, right? Had affiliate for years. Oh, well then never mind. Never mind. Ignore me. Ignore me. You already know what's up. I really like how the stainless steel plate looks and feels. You guys are talking about your AV3. Okay, yes. Sorry. I'm not on that combo. Wasabi says, are the Mountain, Everest, or Everest Max, or Everest 60 good? You know what? Those are KBD fans boards, and I haven't tried them, so I don't actually know. Is that right? Am I thinking of the right boards? Can you guys help me or correct me if I'm totally wrong? Oops. There we go. Get this cut. Perfect. Okay. Like Jiren here? Yeah. You know what? I'll tell you, honestly, I won't get into it again, but I really do value the interactions with everybody. You know, we've got a pretty special community in general, and I really like, you know, I've got to tell you, I've been streaming in one form or another for quite a while. Whoops, that's probably a few too many. And this is just like sort of the latest incarnation, right? Like, I mean, you guys used to see I was streaming Magic and all that kind of stuff before, right? But keyboards for me is, I think, a much more relaxing and a much more interactive medium. You know, Magic is fun, and I do like it. But I really like the interactivity and the sort of knowledge sharing and all that kind of stuff you get from a keyboard stream, personally. I really like it. So, did I play StarCraft? I did play a lot of StarCraft. Misanthropic Drunk. That was my game for such a long time. For mostly StarCraft 2, though. I want to stream but no face cam. Avo, there's lots of actually very popular streamers that don't have a face cam. Like, you know what I mean? Lots and lots and lots. Yeah, Klossy says it's a ton of fun. He's met amazing people. That's just it, you know? Like, there's so many Uh, Tim, I would absolutely 1v1 you, dude. But we'd have to do it on stream because everyone would have to watch. I haven't played StarCraft 2 in maybe 6 years, legitimately. But I would absolutely 1v1 you. But I don't even know half of the new units. Like, I didn't play much of Heart of the Void. I mostly played Wings of Liberty and a little bit of Heart of the Swarm. So, hopefully to Epsy. I think that would be so much fun. I'm like Allen Iverson. Practice? Juan Saz? I don't think you didn't watch Game of Thrones, Ithrak. Interesting. Did you read the books?